This week we have a new moon in the goal-oriented sign of Capricorn, and we have Venus, planet of relationships, moving into harmonious, loving Pisces. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, December 30th through Sunday, January 5th, 2025. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here to do your weekly intuitive energy forecast. For this week, we're going to be using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. This is going to be the main message for everyone. And our special message card this week, depending on our stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. So you might notice that I have a little bit of a different backdrop going on here. I'm actually house sitting for a friend who is out of the country. So I don't have my normal setup. I just had to kind of ad lib here. So we'll see how this goes. Also, this week's intuitive energy forecast is the last couple of days of 2024 and moving us into the new energy of 2025, the brand new year. So if you haven't already, find that monthly intuitive energy forecast for January of 2025 on my YouTube channel. If it's not out yet, it should be out very soon. So let's go ahead, and before we actually look at our stones of choice and before we talk about the astrology for the week, let's close our eyes, settle in, and do an empowered moment. So taking a deep breath, exhaling, sitting up straight, but yet your body is relaxed. Your eyes are closed and your mind is becoming more clear as you focus on the present moment, the here and now. Again, taking another deep breath, focusing on the breath as you breathe in and exhale out. Relaxing your body even more as you exhale. And not only do we have a new moon in Capricorn this week, which is about new beginnings, but we're also entering a brand new year, the year of 2025, with a brand new energy dynamic, a brand new energy vibration. So let's focus on the idea, the intention of new beginnings. Where in your life would you like to have new beginnings? New beginnings in your job or career? New beginnings in relationship? New beginning with family? Perhaps a new living situation, or perhaps the new energy and the new beginning is with your thoughts, your perspectives, your perceptions, your belief systems. Wherever it is that you would like a new beginning, take in a deep breath and fill that new beginning intention with love and light, with power, with vital energy. And as you exhale, blow it out to the universe, out into all directions and dimensions of time and space, where your new beginning intention, your new beginning wish can start to be made manifest. Let's do that 3 times. Breathing in, breathing life into that intention, exhaling and blowing it out, maybe forcefully, to the universe. Breathing in vital energy and life into your intention, dreams, and goals, and sending it out with a force to your angels and guides, those of the highest vibration of light, your spiritual helpers, to assist you in meeting the right people at the right time, the right opportunities in the right places that are meant for you. And when you feel ready, and as you take your next breath, you can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space, and getting ready to look at our stones of choice. Okay, so as I said, I had to ad-lib because I am not at home with all of my crystals and all my cards. I did bring about 4 decks of cards with me to house sit, and my beautiful friend is out of the country, but she also has lots of crystals just kind of lying around. So I picked up 3 of her crystals, and those are what we're going to use. And I chose 3 keywords or phrases for each. And the first stone is carnelian. And I know my lighting isn't very good maybe here, but this is orange carnelian. And the 3 focused keywords and phrases for the carnelian is confidence, motivation, and personal power. Confidence, motivation, and personal power. And of course, this relates to the sacral chakra, which I like to call the goddess chakra. And that's that chakra just below the navel. And it's about creative self-expression. All right, stone number 2 is green aventurine. This is a light green aventurine. And the keywords for this one are emotional healing, perseverance, and good fortune. And of course, this would relate to the heart chakra area, the green heart chakra, which is going to help to heal those emotional wounds. Okay, and then stone number 3, this is blue goldstone. It's probably really hard to get the idea of this one without the proper lighting, but it's got little blue sparkles in it, almost like stars in the night sky. So I'm sorry that it's so hard to see that. But the blue goldstone, the keywords and phrases are clear communication, confidence, and ambition. And of course, this is going to relate to the throat chakra, your center of speaking your truth. Okay, so again, our stones of choice are the carnelian, the green aventurine, and the blue goldstone. Yeah, still can't see the sparkles. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the astrology for the week. We start out on Monday, December 30th, 2024, with that new moon at 9 degrees of Capricorn. This is the second new moon in this month of December. So we started out on the 1st of December with the new moon in Sagittarius. Now we're ending the month of December essentially with the new moon in Capricorn. New moons are about new beginnings, planting new seeds. And of course, the sign of Capricorn is about our career path, life path, destiny path, goals, and ambition. So right on time for us entering the new year, because of course, with a new year and a new energy, we're always thinking about those new goals and intentions for the new year. So this kind of starts us out a couple of days early. Also on Monday the 30th, we've got Mercury, the ruler of the mental realm, thoughts, ideas, communications, in the sign of Sagittarius. So it has been in Sagittarius a little while. It went retrograde in Sagittarius. It's still in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is inspirational, optimistic, expansion energy. So we're expanding our mind, and it's in a positive connection to Chiron, the wounded healer and shaman, who is an Aries, sign of the self, sign of independence and self-assurance. So we're healing a lot of wounds on a mental body level regarding our sense of self with this. Again, right in time for that New Year energy. Now we're going to talk about Thursday, which is now January 2nd, 2025. We've got the sun, how we shine our light, the ruler of self-expression, in the goal-oriented, ambitious sign of Capricorn. And it's in a difficult inconjunct to Jupiter, planet of expansion and belief systems, who is currently in Gemini. So with an inconjunct, we always have to make adjustments, necessary adjustments, in order to make the most out of the two planets that are involved in the connection, because they're kind of missing the boat with each other, right? So here's the sun in Capricorn wanting to be very focused and goal-oriented and thinking about things from more of a work, career, life purpose perspective. What do we want to do next? How do we want to shine our light in this new year? And it's in conjuncting Jupiter. So we have to adjust our perspectives. We have to adjust our own belief systems about ourselves, about our lives, about our path forward, about how we see kind of the big picture and the plan, right? So we have to make some adjustments here in order to move forward in the best possible way. Also on Thursday, the 2nd of January, we've got Venus, planet of love, relationships, money and finances, values, and our sense of self-value or self-worth. She's moving out of Aquarius and into the sign of Pisces until February 4th. Now, Pisces is a water sign, so it's creative, artistic, intuitive, loving, compassionate, empathic. And Venus, of course, as far as love and relationships, is going to be probably more in that divine feminine energy of love, compassion, forgiveness, and really kind of using her intuitive capabilities to love all, and to try to exude that love and have empathy for other people. And it doesn't mean, well, in fact, I want to say it doesn't mean she doesn't set good boundaries, but Venus in Pisces sometimes doesn't set good boundaries. So we might have to watch our boundaries in relationships. And also in money and finances, we might have to watch our boundaries. Like Venus and Pisces might just want to spend because of, something beautiful, something harmonious, something that she really wants. And so the money is being spent without an afterthought. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy yourself something beautiful or go on that special trip or vacation, but you should also maybe have a set cap, as far as how much you can spend or should spend, and just have good boundaries with that as well. With money and finances, there can be blessings that come in, because Venus is a planet of blessings and Pisces is a spiritual sign of the zodiac. So there's magic that can actually happen if you're allowing and receptive and believing in that magic. And then as far as her sense of self-value and self-worth, she could be a little bit all over the place. Pisces is a mutable sign, so it's shifting and changing like a chameleon. And so sometimes you might feel a little bit more on the side of loving yourself and respecting yourself. And sometimes you might vacillate or chameleon into that side where you feel the victim of circumstance, or things just, kind of you're wearing rose-colored glasses and maybe not seeing the picture clearly. Also on Thursday the 2nd, we have Mars, the warrior planet, planet of energy, action, and forward movement, which is currently retrograde, still in Leo. So it's kind of slowed down that forward movement. It's turning Mars's energy inward. So we're dealing more with finding our sense of courage within ourselves, confidence within ourselves, leadership potential within ourselves, getting ready to move forward once Mars turns back to direct motion, which isn't going to be until towards the end of February. But on Thursday, Mars is opposing Pluto. So Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration. This can bring some big changes. And a lot of these changes might be within relationships, not just relationships with people, but maybe relationships with organizations, or relationship with the potential for transformation, like with our higher soul self, for instance, or even our subconscious self. So there's a lot of kind of this reflective energy of wanting to be that strong, confident warrior, but still needing to move through some transformative types of energies. And this is, again, more internal, but it could also happen situationally as well. On Friday, the 3rd of January, we're back to Mercury, planet of the mental realm, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, still in Sagittarius, and in that difficult inconjunct to Uranus. Now, Uranus is kind of the wild card. Uranus is about expecting the unexpected. Uranus is about change, redirection, freedom, and liberation. So I feel like partly we can have some really great ideas. We should definitely listen to our inspiration, our inspirational thoughts, pay attention to the aha moments, the revelations that come in. They might come in fast and swift. There might also be some communications. Maybe some of these communications are difficult or challenging as we're trying to get on the same page or understand one another. Some of these communications might be out of the blue positive experiences where it was just what we needed and just at the right time. So, again, it's the wild card. So pay attention to whatever's coming in, and not just communication with people or with your own higher self, but also I want to say communication with spirit, your angels, your guides. Watch for animal totems. Watch for coincidences, which aren't really coincidences. So watch for all of that kind of spiritual communication as well. Also on Friday the 3rd, we have Venus now in Pisces, the planet of love and relationships in Pisces. And she's in a difficult inconjunct to her counterpart, Mars, right? Venus is the feminine, Mars is the masculine. They're the lovers in astrology. Mars is, again, retrograde in Leo. So again, there's some sort of adjustment that needs to be made. Maybe the adjustment is in relationships because it is Venus and Mars, where we're not speaking the same language, right? And so we have to really make a little bit more effort to understand one another. There might be adjustments to be made in money or financial activities that we're involved in. There might be adjustments needing to be made with our physical or creative energies as well. And then on Saturday, the 4th of July, the 4th of January, Saturday, we've got the Sun in Capricorn. So again, Sun in Capricorn, about our goals and how we want to move forward, how we're shining our light through our life purpose. And it's in a positive sextile with Saturn, which is about restriction, limitation, delays. But a sextile is a positive aspect. So we're going to focus on the positive of Saturn, which is about restructuring, and it's about taking responsibility, and it's about manifestation or the possibility of manifestation. So here there is an opportunity with that Sun sextile Saturn. There's an opportunity to somehow create more of a solid foundation for our goals, for what it is that we're moving into with our life purpose. So that is a little bit about the astrology. Let's go ahead and see what our angels and guides have to say from the Tarot of Dreams. So the first card, when I picked up the deck, I started shuffling. This fell out right away. And it's the Fool card. Major Arcana 0, the Fool, taking a leap of faith, moving into something new. This is a new beginning. And again, we start this week with that new moon in Capricorn, and we're moving into a new year of 2025. So not surprising that the Fool came out here. This is really, again, about not knowing where we're going or how we're going to land, but we need to take a risk and we need to take a jump. We need to take that leap of faith into something new. We do have the kind of waning moon here. This to me is signifying the new moon in Capricorn that we have, but there's a lot of symbology in this particular Fool card. We've got a rainbow down here signifying hope or maybe even prosperity and abundance. I don't know how well you can see the card here, but there is a butterfly right down here, and butterflies are always about transformation and new beginnings. We've got a cat that's kind of playing or wanting to play with the butterfly. So it's saying we need to have a little bit of playful energy, a little bit of curiosity about the new and what lies before us, what lies ahead of us. We've got a lot of colors that the Fool is wearing. We've got green, we've got blue, we've got red. And so we've got a lot of chakra energy involved here. The heart chakra with the green, the throat chakra speaking our truth with the blue, the base chakra, the root chakra with the red. So our sense of stability and security. And again, having that solid foundation. And maybe even having the physical energy and vitality to move forward on something. The Fool is, what really caught my eye when the card fell out, and I don't know again if you can see this, but the head of the Fool is disconnected from the body. So this could be taken a couple different ways. Is your head in the clouds? Which doesn't necessarily mean that's bad, because you're having these dreams, these aspirations, which is a good place to be. What are your dreams and aspirations? And I just heard vision board. I feel like we should make a vision board for the new year, right? And what it is that we want to manifest in the new year. The other thing is maybe this disconnect with our thoughts and ideas, which is the head, from our ability to actualize them, which is kind of like the body. The body helps us to walk forward or move forward. And if there's a disconnect from the head and the body, maybe we're having trouble with either figuring out how to take an action or what steps to take, or we're feeling, I don't know, the other thing just went away, but if it's important, it will come back. But it's that, again, it's kind of like that disconnect. I've got these ideas and I got these aspirations, but how do I move forward? What's the next step? What do I do? How do I accomplish that? How do I manifest that? So that kind of caught my eye as well. So I think that's all that's really kind of coming through with this card. Let's go ahead and see what comes up in the second card. The second card is the King of Coins. This is like the King of Pentacles, the King of Earth. The King is the leader. The King is the authority. The King is in charge. So we're needing to embody this King energy. We need to take charge in our lives. We need to be the leader of our own lives. We need to direct our own lives. And in the suit of coins or pentacles, this is about the practical material things of life. So money, finances, career, job, life purpose. This could even be pertaining to home, family, land, property. I mean, all of these things are material and tangible. So this is where we need to take charge. This is where we need to be the king. We need to be in charge of our goals, which is, again, part of this Fool card and part of the New Year's energy. So this is us kind of being ambitious and thinking about and trying to figure out what steps we need to take, becoming more organized as far as, what we need to do as far as moving forward with our life purpose, our destiny path, our career and money and finances, career, and all of that. This is feeling confident though, right? The King of Pentacles, King of Coins is confident, courageous, grounded, self-sufficient. Again, these are some qualities that maybe you're wanting to embody in this new year of 2025. All right, and then let's look at the last card. The last card came out as 2 cards. So the first of those last 2 cards is the Palace of Coins. Now, this particular tarot deck, the Tarot of Dreams, has the 4 additional cards called the Palace cards. And this one is like the Palace of Pentacles. Whenever I see one of the Palace cards come out in this tarot deck, I always think of this as being the big picture regarding the suit that the palace is in. And again, in this case, coins, pentacles, earth, just like the King of Coins, right? It's about the material aspects of life. So this is looking at the big picture about the material concerns, the job, the career, the life purpose, the life path, the money, the finances, the land, the property, the living situation, the home, the family, even the relationship. It's, a tangible thing, but relationships would probably be more cups. But this is about wanting the big picture, visualizing the big picture, to me, the palace, right? It's like if you were going to envision the biggest and bestest home for yourself. I know bestest isn't a word, but if you were going to envision your dream home, you'd probably envision something like a palace. Not necessarily a palace, but to you it would be a palace, right? It's your palace, your kingdom. So this is about having the biggest and brightest goals right? This is, again, going back to that vision board, creating a vision board with very clear images and very clear language and words and phrases on it, and maybe even some color, because this has got some color in it, some nature color. We want to be very clear about the big picture of 2025 and what our goals are this year. And so whatever that means to you as far as all these different aspects of life on a material level, envision that. Take some time in this first week of the new year to envision your palace, envision your goals, envision your dreams. Let's see what card came out with this. Okay, it's the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot. This is the messenger. The pages are the messengers. It's about thoughts, ideas, perceptions, perspectives. It's everything that deals with the mental body, the mental realm. And we did have Mercury and Sagittarius, which rules the mental realm, a couple times come up in the astrology this week. So the suit of swords is communication. It is messages. It is information. It is guidance. All forms of speaking, teaching, writing, and communication is related to the Page of Swords here, right? So this is, what are your ideas of the big picture, right? What is your vision? What is your thought? What is your idea about what the big vision or big picture is for you for 2025? And this could be, again, going back to that vision board. Take some time to write it out, draw it out, cut out the pictures, create it, or at least create it in your head, right? Maybe even make a list if you're not going to do an actual vision board. So you can make a list, you can envision and create it in your head, but it's better if you put pen to paper. It's better if you write something out at the very least. And maybe even speak it out loud after you've written it or created it, because we've got the blue, the turquoise blue throat chakra. We've got the pendant here at the throat chakra that the page needs to speak something out loud. And this maybe too is about communication with other people. Maybe it's not just communication about the big picture to yourself out loud, but maybe this is needing to have some sort of conversation or communication, or maybe this is sending out an email or a text or sending, making a telephone call, networking. This could be, those forms of communication with other people as well. So that's a little bit about the week ahead. Let's take a look at what your special message card is depending on your stone of choice. Okay, so we're going to give this a little shuffle. The Wisdom of the Oracle cards. The first stone of choice was the carnelian. Special message for carnelian people. This one's calling my attention when I open my eyes. Ooh, go the distance. I love that. Go the distance. We've got this cheetah flying high in the air. The cheetahs move fast, right? I don't know if it's the fastest of the cat family, but a cheetah definitely is a fast moving energy, right? And it looks like it's in this race, First of all, I want to say, don't feel like you're in a race against time, but at the same time, chase your goal and chase your dream, right? Be a little playful. Cats can be playful. Cats can be curious. But they can also be serious when they're after whatever it is they're after, right? And so definitely with speed and agility and confidence and courage, go after your dream, go after your goal, and go the distance. Now, this isn't just this week, but I feel like this is a message for this year as well. And it also catches my attention, of course, this has got spots, right? The cheetah kind of has spots on it. So don't feel like you have to be perfect. I don't know why I'm saying but anyway, it's there I go again. You don't have to be all love and light and in your higher soul self all the time. Sometimes the ego is going to come in. Sometimes the ego is needed to take an action, accomplish something, move forward on something. So I guess what I want to say is the spots to me represent being in both worlds. The spots are being in the earthly realm, the third dimensional realm, which is where we can take action, and the not spots are being in the spiritual realm, having that connection to spirit, your higher soul self. And I feel like both is needed this week, this year for you in order to go the distance. All right, let's put that back in the deck. The second stone of choice is the green aventurine. So special message for green aventurine people for this week and going into 2025, green aventurine. Okay, this one's kind of popping up on the bottom. It says unfinished symphony. So I've gotten this card lately myself within the last month. And the unfinished symphony is kind of about tying up loose ends. It's old stories, old patterns, old situations and circumstances perhaps that we need to bring to a close or bring to completion. So don't feel like you're out of time just because we're, now in a new moon cycle and just because now we're going into 2025. Don't feel like you ran out of time, okay? Your timing is your timing. But the unfinished symphony means in order to move forward into the new, you've got to complete something old. You got to go back, and maybe the completing something old is just about a pattern, a mindset, a belief system, a way that you've been believing or seeing yourself. Maybe that's what we need to complete. But it could also be about a circumstance, a situation, a relationship, etc. So we need to finish that pattern because this symphony is beautiful music, right? We can create something new, create something beautiful, create something magical with this new symphony once we finish the old symphony, okay? All right, let's put that back in the deck. The last stone of choice is the blue gold stone. Blue gold stone people. Special message as we move into 2025 and for this week for blue gold stone people. This one, no, yeah, okay. It's one of those things where there's like two cards that are calling my attention. I'm not going to do both, I don't think. So I'm just going to put them down without looking at them. I'm going to like kind of muscle test it. This one here, okay. Definitely was one of them. And it says regeneration. Wow, that's a heavy-duty, powerful one, right? This is like transformation, regeneration, death and rebirth, right? You can see that this also, it almost has some volcanic lava kind of looking thing. Almost like, the volcano spewed the lava already, and now we're in the regeneration, the rebirthing kind of process. We've got this kind of... you could call it a dead tree, I guess, right? But it's now regenerating. So I feel like you've been through the roughest part. Maybe you're still doing some releasing and transforming, but you've been through the roughest part. You've been through the metaphoric death. Now you're in the regeneration and rebirthing part, the renewal part. You're in this part where you're now recreating yourself and recreating your life, recreating your dreams, your ambitions in a new and much better way. So allow this lava, to create kind of the ash that's going to then be the nutrients in the soil for planting the new seeds in 2025, where you want something new to grow. And it's not just something brand new that's going to grow. It's also the gifts and the talents, the aspects of you, and even the aspects of your life from the past that were positive and a supportive part of you that are being regenerated as you're also planning something new as you move into this new year of 2025. Okay? It catches my attention, the blues in that tree. There's a little green in there too, but especially the blues. So it really feels like, again, the throat chakra, the ear chakras are activated, listening for the divine messages, speaking your divine truth, communication in some way, and journaling, that's a communication to yourself from your higher soul self. So maybe doing that. And there's the green coming down here and the green in the tree. So again, some emotional healing, some emotional heart chakra healing that's taking place for you as well. All right, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. Again, make sure you go on to watch the monthly intuitive reading for January 2025. Thank you so much for all of your support in 2024 and all the years past if you've been with me for a while. Thank you for those of you that have joined my meetup page where all my classes and lectures and guided meditations and everything are listed. That is under Sacred Soul Empowerment on meetup.com. So meetup.com and then find Sacred Soul Empowerment, join that group. My website is also sacredsoulempowerment.com as well. You can find me also on Facebook and Instagram under those names and my name, Colleen Lemma. So I send you all lots of love and light and many, many blessings for this new year of 2025. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.